Hey, this is Matt and Caleb with Boosted Broncos. Wanted to take a minute to show you the progress on this latest build. We just want to showcase the exhaust with this video. So I'm going to pause this and switch the camera around. So this is the exhaust system that we've got for the Bronco. Just going to start in the front. So directly attached to the turbos via the 2-bolt flanges. We run a 2.5 inch back to the muffler, and then a 3-inch out of the muffler, and then the tailpipe coming out the side on the passenger side. And then we've got two supports, one in the back in the standard location, and then one right behind the muffler in the standard location. Now I will add that this location here, we found it does shift forward or back based on the year of the Bronco. This being a 77, originally that location was back here about 6 inches, but we've trial fit with several others, 73, 74, and those are all in this specific position. We like that a little bit better because it's on the flat of the tube and is a little bit more predictable as far as mounting and such. Let's see. So here on the exhaust, I'm just going to pan out for just a sec to where you can see a little bit better. We've yet to put our O2 sensor bosses, and those will be mounted up here somewhat closer to the turbos. For those who don't know, this is actually a pretty sensitive thing, the location for those O2 sensor bosses, because when these engines are calibrated, there's a specific position that those sensors are placed to where they can pick up the pulsations in between the different cylinders firing. And although this tube's somewhat straight based on our kit on both sides, this side we're straight for about 5 or 6 inches. We just want to replicate as close to stock as possible, because some of the misfire monitors and other things in the calibration we want to retain because that's helpful for diagnostics and such on the engine in the future. And so the placement of those bosses is kind of important. So you can see here as I pan out that we're running the 2.5 single. We drop down under the advanced adapters trans cross member in this location here. And that's intentional. That's what's supposed to happen there. And then we come back and get just behind the transfer case before bumping over. And then these two align coming into the muffler here. I wanted to mention also that we designed this in mind for use with probably the smallest muffler that you would ever use. This, I believe, is like a 14-inch body. And then with the tubes on either side, it ends up being like 19 or 20. But there's enough straight section in the front and in the back to where you can put in a longer muffler if that is desired to try and limit some of the noise. And then as we come back here in the back, again, my finger rule. So we've got finger width on top, finger width on the bottom, or on the side as we're cutting through this cross member to the frame. And then we've got plenty of room here as we come up from the bump stop to where we clear the axle in its motion. And then as we swing around to the back, the tailpipe pokes out kind of in the corner, and then you can pop on a 4-inch or whatever you want to finish it off if you want to do something that makes it look a little more cool. So let me just give you a shot here from the back. You can see how clean this is. We really put a lot of effort into getting this right, and the place that makes it for us, they CNC mandrel bend this, and when we say mandrel bend, what that refers to is when the tube is being bent, there's a mandrel or die that goes inside the tube as it's being bent, so the diameter of the tube doesn't reduce on the bends, and so you maintain consistent diameter of the tubes. And this helps with flow, helps with rigidity too, because you're not compromising the wall as like if you were to take it to an exhaust shop and have them bend something custom, they would kind of crush bend using one of the hydraulic benders. But with this setup, we don't have any of that, and so we maintain top quality front to back in the execution. So that's our exhaust system. We talked about O2 sensor boss locations, and I just want to swing over and give you a little bit of a view from the side. You can see the hangers a little bit better there, and then a view as we come up on the side here. All right, next up we'll be talking fuel systems, so look for that one in the next few days. Thanks.